Hey, my name's Jeff Steinbrenner and welcome to the Banker's Rules. Today I just want to cover how to set up your bank. We've talked about funding your bank. That funding will come from your own personal money. Now, it is important that if you want to keep this funding going on for generations, the best way of doing it is through a whole life insurance policy. Finding that right insurance policy, the right people to set it up, that's a difficult task. I'm not going to cover that today. What I do want to cover is the fact that you don't have to have all that set up to get started. So follow along with me today. So today we're discussing how to fund your bank, get it started. You need to get cash set aside, be able to save up money. What you want to be able to do is, if you're in the spot where you owe a lot of debt, paying out a lot of money, and you don't have a lot left over at the end of the month, or any, because it's all going right back out the door, you either need to increase what you're making, or you need to decrease what you're spending. Either way, to be able to save money, that's what you need to do. Easy there, seems, but it can be hard depending on your situation, what you're in. Leave comments below if you have any questions or want me to elaborate on any topics. So, with that said, you need money set aside to build up your bank and to lend to yourself. You can buy up the loans, and what I mean by that is if you owe $2,000 on a credit card, pay that down as quick as possible. Once you pay it down, say you can do it and it takes you 5 or 6 months putting your money there. Once you pay that down, you want to pay that money. You don't want to just lose that money. You want to pay that back to your bank by, say you get it paid down, you owe $2,000, you get paid down to $1,500. You saved up $1,500. You pay that off. Now instead of just having it paid off and losing that money, you start paying back to yourself or to your family bank entity. This is a banking mindset. It's how you think about things, how you build the wealth in this manner. So with that said, what you're going to want to do is pay that money back. So over time, you'll start paying that money back to yourself instead of the credit card. And do it at the same interest rate. That way you're not losing any money. So if you're paying the minimum payment of 25 or 30 bucks a month, keep paying that back to yourself. Usually you can find down in your credit card statement, it'll tell you if you pay this over 6 months, how much you're going to end up paying. So you have an idea of how to track that if you're not sure how to do the amortization or any of that. It'll give you an idea of, if I'm going to be paying $2,000 at X amount, it'll show you, if you pay this over a year or 2 years or whatever it is, it'll show you there what it is. You can take that number, say this is the goal I need to reach, it's a 2,000. I paid myself back the interest for that. I built more money up over time, paid off a car. With that money from paying off the car in my bank, I took that money, once I paid it off, I think it was 7,000. Interest rate, I upped it to 20% and ended up paying myself back. With that money, I put a down payment down on a camper, and within a year and a half I paid that off, and I'm paying back myself or my bank the money for that. That was an $18,000 camper. With the interest, it ended up being $26,000. I paid it off in a year and a half, and now I'm paying back my bank that money. So you can do the same thing in this aspect. So hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully you're learning things, building up cash. It takes time. You do have to go out and work. Now, I did mention that life insurance policy, which is a good idea, but you might not be able to start there. And this next part, you might not be able to start right away either. But you want to take the money that you save up. Once you get to a certain point, you might have 10,000, 20,000, maybe 50,000, and you're like, you don't want to just leave this sitting in the bank account. You could put it in stocks. Or you can do what a lot of other people do or like to do is put it into real estate. Put it into something that you control, or you have more control of, I should say, than the stock market. This way you also own properties, and you can build wealth on that. You can keep cash flow coming in from that to keep building your bank and building your wealth. So those are some quick tips on what you can do. Hopefully this is helpful. If you like it, you can subscribe, leave a comment if you want more information, or if you want me to cover anything. Just let me know in the comments below. Appreciate it. Have a blessed day.